like to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bahawah Kakwadash. Today, there was a new, I don't want to say event, but there's something new in the news, and it's protests. The protests all over the country, it seems, and then martial law, because there's troops in Washington D.C. right now, and we're gonna go along through some of these articles. See, there was a protest in Visalia, which is real close to where I live, like 30 miles away, and a couple of people got ran over. It says right here 2 women did. Let's see, in traffic, then a Jeep in traffic then accelerated directly toward 2 women who were in front of the vehicle. That's crazy. Three injured. Come on, man. 3 injured by cars at weekend protests against police violence in Bakersfield and Visalia. I don't know if it's 3 in each individual city now that Bakersfield close to. And there's brothers all over the valley. So it's a good time to start getting those scriptures in your mind and start praying. And also go get yourself some water. Something. Some beans or some shit, because martial law, man, we stayed in for 2 months for this coronavirus. Something like this, it might be 6 months, and then they roll out the fucking chip. Crazy. Emotional call for action from California. I'm not even gonna read that. We already read that. Let's see. And there's more people getting killed, by protesting. Then that dude, he was probably not even dead. So he got killed for protesting somebody that wasn't even dead. That's a fucking shame. Martial law and insurrection law in the United States. Now, the insurrection law is part of that posse comitatus, which prohibits troops from being on the federal states, on the ground, on the earth of the United States. But the insurrection law states if there's uproars, something to that. It's a long ass article. Fuck, you try reading it. It's a long one. Now I'm gonna protest. Oh shit. Come on, man. Fucking Esau. for 2020 election, 13 people as of June 2, 2020, at least 13 people have died who have been described as victims of unrest related to the protests on May 27 in Minneapolis. So that's a lot. That's 13. If one person died and they're doing the protest for one person, then 13 people died after the protest. Your protest isn't working out, is it? All right, let's get some of these scriptures. Let's see. Oh, damn, this is a good one. Proverbs 17:11. An evil man seeketh only rebellion. Therefore a cruel messenger shall be sent against him. That's the angel of death, man. That's fucked up for you dummies out there. Jeremiah 28:16. Therefore thus said the Lord, behold, I will cast thee from off the face of the earth. This year thou shalt die, because thou hast taught rebellion against the Lord. Because if let's say if that dude did die, it's just punishment from the Lord. I hope it comes up. Sometimes it don't. Oh shit. Alright, this is a good one. It's not the one I was looking for. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. And this is a device that he's going to use to get martial law out. Once he gets the martial law out, the chip's going to come next. The chip and World War III, one after the other, and it's going to be like almost at the same time. Let's see, come on. There it is. 1 Corinthians 5:5. To deliver such a one unto Satan for the destruction of the flesh, that the spirit may be saved in the day of the Lord Yahushua. So if that dude, George Floyd, died, then Satan punished him, and that was righteous. So what you're doing is rebellion. So all these deaths had to happen. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom and double honors to the apostles of GMS and all the brothers out there teaching the truth and sincerity. Shalom.